Let's talk about using transitions in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you have clips next to each other, you can play the footage and it will simply cut from one clip to the next. Now, I shot this footage in a special cinema camera color mode, so I'm going to go ahead and apply some color correction to it with this adjustment layer. You can just ignore this adjustment layer, that's just for the color, but the concept we're illustrating is the simple cut. Now, if we go into Premiere Pro, we go to the effects panel, we scroll down to video transitions, then we can see the transitions that are built in. The cross dissolve is the most basic transition built in to Final Cut Pro, and we can apply a transition between two video clips and drag that transition out so it takes as long as we want to have that transition in place. Now the cross dissolve is going to look like that. We can delete the cross dissolve. We can put in a dip to black, for example, and let's go ahead and make that a little bit longer. And now we have a dip to black with the built-in transitions to Premiere Pro. Now, if we want to get really creative, we could take a look at some of the other styles of transitions, but the selection of transitions built in to Premiere Pro is somewhat limited. So there are people who will create their own transition packs and sell them online, and as long as it's compatible with Premiere Pro, you should be able to use it. Now, BjK Production sells numerous transition packs for Premiere. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 36 Smooth 4K transition pack that BjK sells on bjkproduction.com. Check out that webpage if you're interested in learning more about BjK's products and transitions for Premiere and other video editing software. Let's go ahead and briefly run over how you would install this. Transitions that are made for third parties work in different ways. Many of the ones from BjK, including this 36 Smooth Transitions transition pack, work by being applied or installed to the presets section of the effects panel. So I am in the regular editing workspace in Premiere Pro. I've gone over to this lower left hand panel. Typically you'll be looking at your project folder, which is where I've got my video footage, I've created an adjustment layer, and I have my timelines or sequences. If you scroll over in this panel, and I'm going to use the scroll wheel on my mouse, you can also click around, but if I scroll all the way over to the side and then back a couple of spaces, I'll find the effects panel, and then I'll go into the presets panel. So if you right click on the presets panel, you can select import presets, and that is a great way of installing certain types of transitions like this 36 Smooth Transitions pack from BjK. So you would simply select the install button and then you would navigate to where the transition pack is located on your computer, and in this case the transitions are installed as a PRF preset file. So I've already installed that, so I'm going to hit cancel, but you could click open if you were doing this for the first time on your computer. Now I have organized these transitions into a subfolder just to keep things organized, and here is the 36 Smooth Transitions pack. Now, as you can see, we've got a variety of different transitions, and in some cases we have subfolders with different subvariants of the transitions. Now, depending on who creates your transition pack and how they've created it, there may be differing ways to use it. In this case, with the 36 Smooth Transitions pack from BjK, what I find works well is to use adjustment layers and apply one to each side of the video clip. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to delete this dip to black transition. That's one of the special built-in ones to Premiere Pro. I'm going to go over to my adjustment layer. Now, if you don't have an adjustment layer, and it won't be there by default, you can create one by right-clicking in a bin, selecting new item, and then selecting adjustment layer. An adjustment layer is basically a blank video clip that you can use to help you apply different effects. So you would just click on new adjustment layer, and then you would make sure that the settings for the adjustment layer match the settings of your timeline or your sequence. I've got one, so I'm going to hit cancel instead of OK, but if you're creating it, make sure to hit OK. The adjustment layer will show up in your bin or your main project area of this panel over here. And then you drag the adjustment layer onto the timeline. It's just pretty much a blank video clip, and you can drag that out as long or short as it needs to be. Now I'm using an adjustment layer already on this footage to apply some color adjustments. We're also going to use adjustment layers to look at applying these transitions. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten this up and apply it above my video footage, one above the clip I have on the left, and then I'm going to apply another adjustment layer over the clip I have on the right. Then when I scroll over to the effects panel, I'm going to look at, let's see, how about a glitch transition? As you'll notice, inside the glitch transition folder, there's a left and a right. Now the way these transitions like to be applied is you take the one that's labeled for the left and drag it onto the left adjustment layer, and you take the one to the right and apply it to the right adjustment layer, and they work in pairs. So this is a little bit different than the built-in transitions, which you would just drag directly onto the space in between your video clips. These ones that are custom made by someone like BjK are applied in this way, and depending on the pack, there could be variances in the way they're applied. Check the instructions for your transition pack to see how they work, but in the case of this 36 Smooth Transitions transition pack for BjK, this seems to be the way they like to work. So we've just applied the glitch transition, including the left and right segment. Let's play that and watch this glitch transition appear. There we go, and that's just a fancy way of transitioning from one clip to the next. Check out the BjK Production website and take a look at the 36 Smooth 4K Transitions Pack. It's only $10, and we're currently running a 2024 Christmas season promotion. Hold up! A Christmas sale this far into the new year? That's right, we're extending our holiday 2024 sale all the way through February of 2025. Head over to BjKProduction.com and use discount code Emmanuel40 at checkout to get 40% off BjK purchases through February 2025. That's discount code EMANUEL40, no spaces with a capital E, to get 40% off plugins, LUTs, transitions, lots of cool things on BjKProduction.com. If you're watching this video after the extended holiday sale has ended, you can still use discount code Emmanuel15 to get 15% off at BjKProduction.com. Now, as well as the 36 Smooth 4K transition pack I've demonstrated today, you may also be interested to check out BjK's 500 plus instant drag and drop Premiere transitions, the Ultimate Premiere Pro 4K editing bundle 80 plus essential tools and assets plugin package, and the 1250 plus drag and drop transitions, titles, and effects bundle. These items are for sale on the BjK store at www.bjkproduction.com. Check out the links in the video description for quick access to these products on the BjK store. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos.